fucking hate fighting games. And the only fighting game that I like, nobody plays because the online really isn't that good. And Kamone patched it. French Bread patched the game and made it undeniably worse. Like, pissed off pretty much the entire player base. And then just left us to rot for all of this time. And so, like, the combination of that and Evo dying, so now it no longer had a competition coming up for people to train for giving people a reason to actually give a shit about the game. Both of those combined just murdered Uniclear. And we've just been left to fester, and it's the same exact thing with, like, dude, every anime game has just left us to rot, right? Like, Guilty Gear Xrd, they ended that by giving us one really bad DLC character. Not a DLC character, I guess, because if you bought the update, you got both Baiken and Answer. But Answer's the worst character in the game, and Baiken's pretty solid, but who gives a shit? Johnny's in the game, and he ruined it for everybody. So, left us with that. BlazBlue gave us Jubei, the worst character in the game, dipped out to make BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle, and left us all to rot. Uniclear fucked the game up, made it undeniably worse for the majority of the player base, fucked off and left us all to rot. Tekken 7 introduced Leroy, then introduced Fakum Ram, made the game undeniably worse, then fucked off and let us all to rot. Like, is it really that difficult to actually just not fuck up your game? You had it! Every single one of them had it! BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma was undeniably the peak of BlazBlue. I mean, you know, obviously there's gonna be differences in opinion, right? But overall, in terms of the majority opinion, BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma was where it was at. And then they released Kokonoe and completely ruined the party for everybody. And then they just fucked off. And like, I can't, man. Like, I want, as you can see, you might be able to see, aside, you know, I've been getting, because fighting games suck now, so I've been getting my console Risk of Rain in. But so we got Street Fighter, Tekken, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Honor Night and Birth. All of them are right here. All of them I've tried to play, and it's just frustrating to play all of them because they all are like, okay, so actually I take that back a little bit. Well, okay, undeniably, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has trash online. Nobody argues that. It has garbage online. But Street Fighter V has garbage online too. Tekken 7 has garbage online. Uniclear has garbage online. BlazBlue has garbage online. Guilty Gear has garbage online. Like, it's just, why are we here? Why is Mortal Kombat the game with the best goddamn online in 2020? Mortal Kombat. The game that originally, see, here's the inexcusable part. Here is why all of these excuses don't matter for shit. Mortal Kombat, aside from King of Fighters, honestly they were kind of tied. King of Fighters and Mortal Kombat, and Injustice 1, undeniably had the worst online of any fighting game out. They were horrifically bad. They were unplayable. And nobody can deny that. Nobody will ever argue with you. Every single time that anybody talked about Mortal Kombat, about whether or not, you know, like, should I get this game? Should I try to play online? Who should I play online? Yada yada. For both games. Every single time. It's a really good game. You're gonna have a lot of fun, but online, you might have fun if you play with a neighbor on LAN, maybe. You're sure as hell not gonna have fun online because the netcode doesn't fucking function. And now here we are, Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11. Actually, Mortal Kombat 10, like XL edition, whatever the hell they called it. They fixed it. They fixed their game. They gave it proper rollback. They put the effort in. And now, everybody considers Mortal Kombat to have some of the best online in the business. And we're all just sitting here spinning, listening to all the excuses of the developers for all these other games. Whereas, NetherRealm Studios got their shit together, and they made it happen. Power Rangers, a game that, by all rights, nobody should have ever paid attention to. Nobody, even the developers themselves, probably shouldn't have even given a shit about it. They nailed it. Skullgirls, nailed it. Them's Fighting Herds, nailed it. Fighting EX Layer, nailed it. And they are continuing to nail it. in contrast, all of these games that I'm sitting here staring at right now that I want to play, that I want to enjoy, are just giving us excuses. Oh, we want to do it, but it's so hard. Hire somebody. Like, you dumbasses, you don't need to learn a brand new trade. Hire somebody whose job it is to know how to do this. They'll do it. All you have to do is pay them money, and then we'll pay you money in turn, and it'll be a worthwhile investment. But instead, you're just sitting there going on talk shows and podcasts and bullshit, just telling us all everything we want to hear while having no intention of following through with it. And I'm sick of it. It's so fucking boring. And so instead of playing this trash game, this trash game, this trash game, this trash game, I'm gonna play this godlike game, this godlike game, or this godlike game. None of which you may notice that's the wrong move. That's another reason why I should just abandon this. I can't even use my hitbox properly. At least these games are good. At least their developers give a shit, especially this one. Like, good lord. Pay this man some money. Is this still on sale? Hang on. Let's go check this shit out. I bought it because it was half off. I wasn't intending to. I just went looking for sales and I saw that Risk of Rain 2 was half off, and I was like, dude, like, I gotta get that. To be fair, a problem with it. Oh, don't advertise that to me, you dickheads. Don't buy Mulan, please, for the love of God. Don't buy that. Don't pay Disney for that bullshit. Oh, it's not on sale anymore. I took too long and I didn't talk about it. It was half off for a while. That's really unfortunate. Because, I mean, it's still worth the money, for sure. Especially once it comes out of early access. Unfortunately, it's been out of early access. Get this out of my face. It's been out of early access on PC, and it's an amazing game. And it was a bit of a shell shock coming back and playing this version, which is still the early access version. So it doesn't have there's been so many just gameplay improvements, itemization improvements, just overall making the game so much better over time. And none of those updates have made it to console yet. And so it was really weird to go back and play that. But yeah, like, it's like basically the best way that I can summarize fighting games for me at this stage is that I want to enjoy them. I want to, but they don't let me. Whereas I sure as hell am enjoying Ghost of Tsushima. I'm enjoying the hell out of Risk of Rain 2. I'm enjoying playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. You know, like any other game that I can think of off the top of my head, I'm sure as hell enjoying playing it. But the fighting games? Fuck them, man. I'm just tired of it all. I'm tired of having to jump through hoops just to try to get a good experience out of them. It's not my responsibility to, like, make an effort to enjoy them. They should just be enjoyable, but they're not, and that's frustrating. And it makes the game less. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm done ranting. Thank you. I'm out.